Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, before I even start, let me do it. Bam. I told y'all we probably wasn't going to get unification in the heavyweight division in 2018. Gave you my reasons, with the Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker fight, that there's a rematch clause if Joseph Parker wins. He would have to rematch Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua if he wins, he's going to do what the hell he wants to do, right? They're talking about the mandatory Alexander Povetkin. And we know what time it is with Alexander Povetkin with his doping issues, but he seems to be the mandatory for everybody, the WBA and the WBO, for both of these guys. So that's an option. And now a new option has emerged. We got Gerald Miller, undefeated heavyweight. I like to call him super heavyweight, close to 300 pounds. He seems to be slotted, or they got the idea of having him fight this guy, Gerald Miller, Anthony Joshua, in August in Brooklyn. Gerald Miller's from Brooklyn. So is Danny Jacobs, by the way, who was also on the Eddie Hearns. So what's going on is basically Joshua won't have to unify. Now, I remember I've been doing videos about Anthony Joshua fans. You guys got the power. If you're okay with this, then it's going to go down that way. If you don't want to find out who's unified champion in the heavyweight division, it's going to go down that way. Now, this is all provided that Gerald Miller does well and looks good against Johann Duhaupas in his next fight. Now, if he looks good against Johann Duhaupas, right? That's the guy who Deontay Wilder looked good fighting, Johann Duhaupas, right? And after Deontay Wilder fights him, we've documented it here for sure that he was considered a bum. And I was saying, wow, Duhaupas is a bum when he fights Deontay Wilder, but then he goes and knocks out undefeated Robert Helenius. And Dillian White didn't knock out no Robert Helenius after Duhaupas' fight. Barely got past him. Dillian White barely got past Derek Chisora. I was just trying to show you guys that none of these guys are really bums, right? But when they lose to the guy that you don't like, they will be a bum. But now, Gerald Miller, if he looks good against Johann Duhaupas, he's going to get that fight in Brooklyn, according to Eddie Hearn. Now, again, Joshua fans, if you're okay with that, you don't mind having another heavyweight in the division undefeated, right, calling you out all the time, and he just said it again yesterday for all these newbies who are getting on the Joshua train. Deontay Wilder has been calling him out for 2 years. I've said that, and somebody had the nerve to write me, get your facts straight, and we got them straight. And now, if you just in case you don't know, Deontay Wilder said it again. It's not new. This is before the Klitschko fight. He's been wanting to get this. They were saying, wait. Now, we're both champions. We're both in a good tournament where, the top 4 heavyweights are going down. We're calling it March Madness. We know what time it is. And the winners of those 2 fights could fight and would have a unified champion by 2018, maybe the end of it. Now, yeah, that's the end of it. It's probably not going to happen. And like we said before, Joshua fans, you guys are the ones that could probably make this happen. Because, doesn't that Joshua want to be a billionaire, right? He wants to be a billionaire. So I don't know if we're going to let people be billionaires and they're not even undisputed. When the undisputed dude, Terrence Crawford's barely a millionaire. Undisputed, trying to get undisputed in the next division. Now, heavyweights don't have to worry about divisions, but they should have visions of being undisputed, especially when you're talking about billionaire and filling stadiums and stuff like that. At some point, even England's going to be like, well, we should get undisputed when we're talking about this type of money. You're talking about Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz, who was the mandatory for Joshua, and all of a sudden, he's not even in the WBA rankings anymore. And we're going to say, well, the doping issues, those issues were for the WBC when he was going to fight Deontay Wilder, right? And the WBC reinstated him, but the WBA left him out and put a worse doper as their mandatory. So Joshua doesn't have to deal with that Ortiz problem. So it's some mysterious things going on, and the Gerald Miller news would be decent news if it was maybe 2019 after everything's unified. But, there's just another name that Eddie Hearn's going to put there, see what you guys say about it. And if you're okay with it, it might go down. If you get outraged, which you probably should if you want to see unification, then there might be some question marks. Let's see where it goes. But like I said before, I don't think unification is going to happen in 2018, especially if Anthony Joshua wins, right? Now, how can we get it? If Joseph Parker beats Anthony Joshua twice, then we could probably get unification. And if Joseph Parker does that and beats Deontay Wilder too, let's all give Joseph Parker about a year off of boxing because he would have done something ridiculous. But that is the only way that I think we're going to get unification. I don't see it happening, especially if Joshua wins. Sorry, but that's what I see. And the actions are speaking louder than anything I can say. Dome Sports Talk, worldwide. I'm about here, y'all.